Welcome to the Am I the Asshole Reddit channel, where I find different Reddit stories from the subreddit r/Am I the Asshole. Today we have a post asking, am I the asshole for being disrespectful to my boyfriend's sister? My 24 female boyfriend, Zach's 24 male mother passed away when he was 11 years old. His father worked a lot, so Zach's older sister, Elise, now 30 female, basically became the woman of the house for lack of a better term. She cooked all the meals, cleaned the house, drove Zach to school and other activities, etc. She was extremely parentified, and I do feel for her on that front. She went to a local college. Because of all this, Zach and Elise are very close. He has a lot of respect for her. Zach and I have dated for nearly a year. We are very different in terms of backgrounds. He is much more reserved than I am. Before me, he spent a lot of his weekends gaming or just hanging out with a small group of friends. I tend to go out. I work hard all week and want to enjoy the time I have off. Zach is a shy, somewhat nerdy guy, and I do think I've broken him out of his shell a little, pushing him to do things out of his comfort zone. Elise and their father have made several comments about him changing. She's very nice and cordial when we see each other, but she's made several comments about Zach not needing to change who he is. Sunday, Zach invited myself, some of his friends, his dad, sister, brother-in-law, and niece over to watch the game. At one point, vacations got brought up. I mentioned I was trying to convince him to go on a 2-day, local cruise with me as he's never been on one. Zach reminded me he's not the biggest fan of boats. I pointed out he's never been on one and we could rent one to take out so he could get used to it. He was somewhat on the fence. Myself and one of his buddies were trying to help him see it's not so bad. Elise butted in and said if he doesn't want to go, then I'm sure you can find something else to do. I said I was pretty sure I could talk him into it. She asked why I would want to go if he really didn't want to. I said of course I would never try to force him to go, but it's just something to think about. She repeated that he doesn't like boats and that I should respect that. I rolled my eyes, not really understanding why she was so adamant on this, and said she needed to relax. She's not his mother, she shouldn't care this much about the situation. Elise was clearly upset by the comment but didn't say anything else. The subject got changed and I thought all was well. A little later, Zach asked for my help getting something out of his room. Once in there, he told me I was out of line for how I spoke to his sister. I said she was the one that was getting up in our business. Zach said that I kept pushing it and got upset when I said, well, clearly she and your dad didn't push you enough to try new things. He said I was being disrespectful and needed to apologize to Elise. I laughed and said no, she needs to butt out. Zach finally asked me to leave. I did, aggravated. I really thought my friends would be on my side, but they said I crossed a line. Am I the asshole? Let's check out some of the comments. Wada7b6 says, you're the asshole. You're saying I managed to break him out of his shell says a lot here. It seems like you're constantly pushing him to do things he wouldn't necessarily do otherwise, and I think this is not healthy. What's wrong with being shy and not wanting to do some things? Your way isn't the only correct way. And you did push him on this occasion too, and you were being disrespectful to his sister. Corgentress says, I get you want to get him out of his comfort zone, but ganging up on him with his friend trying to get him to do something he doesn't want to do is called bullying. It's you deciding you know what he'll like better than he does and ignoring what he has to say. He's the one who should have spoken up, but likely didn't want to embarrass you by tell you to shut the F up. His sister stepped in to stop a bully. So yeah, you're the asshole. JE97 says, you're the asshole. Your boyfriend does not like boats. Your boyfriend does not like boats. If it's clear that somebody doesn't want to do a particular vacation plan, you attempting to pressure him into it makes it extremely clear that this is a vacation for you, not for the both of you. Find something you can both enjoy, which may or may not require you both stepping out of your comfort zone, but to a lesser degree than something one person has expressed a strong dislike of doing. Remember that not only is his sister not his mother, but she's extremely close to it, you are also not his mother. Tosser 9212 says, I'm with Zach on asking you to leave. You want to change someone? Change yourself into someone who accepts others for who they are and encourages them to grow when they can, not bullying them until they meet your standards for growth and change. Apologize to Zach, his father, and sister. And then never pull this shit again. You'll lose long term. You're the asshole. Poop says. You're the asshole. If I was a sibling and I saw their partner pressuring them to do something they didn't want to do, I'd have said something too. The fact you continue to double down on this thing shows a lack of respect for Zach and his family. And now it's time to hear some of my personal thoughts. Yeah, this is an easy one for me. OP, you are very much the asshole. People are different, and as much as it's great to be able to help our loved ones push past certain boundaries, it's a complete other when you can't take no for an answer. Whether you like it or not, no is and always will be an acceptable answer. To think that the word no is a challenge for you to try and get your way is abhorrent, and let's be clear here, you are challenging him against his no. Now let's properly get to the reason why the word no should be accepted. The word no is a complete answer, because if it's not, then we might as well release rapists and abusers from prison. People said no to them, they challenged those no's and pursued their attacks. One of the major arguments rapists used to justify their rape is by stating that the victim moaned and sounded like they enjoyed their experience and therefore it's consent. The word no has to be respected at every level, because if it's not, then I would question your level of respect for others. Now, let's talk about you and his sister. Very simply, you are wrong in this, and if you don't apologize to her, aka the woman that pretty much raised him, then expect a shorter relationship with this really good man, because if I was in his shoes, I would just dump you. There would be no asking you to leave, you would simply get dumped. Why? You disrespect my boundaries and you disrespect my family. How do you really think this will play out if you are just my girlfriend? No, really, how do you think this would play out? OP, apologize before you lose him. What do you guys think? Please comment below and share your thoughts. I'd be interested to hear what you all have to say. Thanks for watching another Am I the Asshole video. I appreciate you guys for hanging. Until next time, friends. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button for more future videos. To be able to monetize this channel would mean a lot. And this way I can create more videos and grow with you all. Thank you.